Alright boys and girls, welcome back to SBD Saturday. This is episode 4, we're on week 2 of the plan. Today is looking pretty heavy already. We have got top doubles on squats and deadlifts and a top single on bench. Nothing that should be impossible, but should be challenging. Today we have just ate a meal deal. We had some pasta. It is about, there's no clocks, my car is completely off so I can't see any time. I think it's about 20 past 11. So this is like the earliest SBD day I've ever had. I had to wake up early today because the plumber was coming around. So my toilet at home, the flush is just really stiff. And we tried to fix it, took it all apart, tried to fix it all, couldn't get anywhere with it. So plumber came out and he spent probably about 30 minutes doing it, to be fair. And he came to the conclusion that he couldn't really figure it out entirely what it was. He cleaned some limescale out of it and basically made it more manageable, and basically said that he doesn't really know what would fix it, so he didn't want to advise. So basically we've still got slightly broken toilet, but it's better than it was. Other than that, the weather in the UK has definitely gone a bit more miserable. I don't know if you can see the rain on the back window, but the rain has just been pouring down recently. Today it looked pretty bright outside this morning, but quickly proved to us that we are still in England. We are at Pure Gym today. Now, I have a little complaint about Pure Gym. I'm not usually somebody who complains about Pure Gym because I personally think Pure Gym has been very good to me over the years. Now, I pay £19.99 a month, and that's really, really good. I have the Pro membership, which obviously means you can access any Pure Gym in the UK. Now, I have got an email saying that it is going up in March, so 4 days from now, to £28.99. Can you justify an £8.99 increase per month? No. So I emailed them and complained, and they've let me renew as a student, which I am a student, but basically you're only supposed to use it once. So I get 30% off again, which pretty much brings it back down to around £20. So we're going to pause the hate for Pure Gym, and we're going to accept that we are going to still have it cheap, but Pure Gym cannot justify a £9 price increase. It's crazy. But anyway, we are very lucky with this Pure Gym. We've got power bars. A lot of Pure Gyms do not have power bars, they just have Belfast bars, I think they call them, which are 2-ring bars which are quite bendy. Obviously you want to use power bars if you're powerlifting because it is competition standard, and basically they just have a lot less whip. So deadlift wise, some people are better on Belfast bars than power bars, but me personally, because I'm used to the power bars, whenever I lift on a Belfast bar at different Pure Gyms, it is always worse because the initial pulling the slack out the bar, when you do that with heavy weight on a Belfast bar, you feel like you haven't pulled it out because the bar just bends. So I personally much further bars here. Other than that, we've got a monster for today. We're also going to have a single scoop of some My Protein pre-workout. My external of my quads, like the far outside bits, are a little bit tender. I'm not really sure what I've done. They don't hurt in the squatting motion, they hurt in the leg extension motion, so I must have just gone a bit too heavy last Monday it was. So it was actually like 5 days ago, but we're still in a bit of pain. Other than that, I'm going to go inside, crack on. Hopefully it's not too busy because it's early on a Saturday, and hopefully we'll get a good session in and a good video out for you boys. Got a few things to talk about when we're in the gym, but just may as well save them for when we're in there. So I'll catch you boys inside. Peace out. Alright boys, we're feeling pretty good. We've warmed up 140. It's actually really cold in here, which I'm really surprised about. So got to get some warmth in my body. I was like so annoying that people keep coming and working out right in front of me, and there's loads of other open racks. So let's get on with final warm up. Alright boys, we're going to record this clip really, really close up because there is so much music going on in the gym today. Hopefully you can hear me clearer, but basically, one setting moved pretty nicely, but I just could not focus. The person in front of me decided to squat right as I was unracking, and so like for my whole entire squat they were just there. And like, not to be rude or anything yet, but you could at least wait like 5 seconds. Like, I've just started my set, but Oh well, we're going to go on to my top set now, which is 187.5 for a double, and hopefully it moves pretty nicely. So we're going to crack on and just get on with it. So yeah, enjoy. Alright boys, it seems like if I am really close to the microphone it works, so we're going to go back close. So basically 187.5, moved pretty nicely. I'm very annoyed though. I went to attempt to set about 4 times, and every time I unracked the weight out of the rack, the person in front of me decided to go and start doing their set. Like, no matter how long I waited, and no matter like what time it was always, as soon as I walked up to that bar, they walked up to theirs, and I just can't focus when I'm staring right into someone's soul. So luckily we managed to get it done, but like I'd unracked that weight 4 times previous, so a little bit fatiguing, but we're on to back downs now, starting at 172 and then go from there. So yeah, we'll just crack on with it. Squats are all done. Every single set moved really nicely, and I kind of ended up just getting so much into the zone of it that my last back down I nearly went for like 8 reps instead of 5. So yeah, a bit too locked in. Onto bench now, so we're going to hit some crazy weight on this and then move on. So yeah, hope you do enjoy. Alright boys, bench is feeling really nice. We do 3 sets so far. We did 60, 100, 142.5. Now it's the actual top set. That was kind of just a working set, so we've got 152.5 by 1. Should move pretty nice, should be pretty easy, so we're just gonna go for it really and just enjoy it. So yeah, enjoy. Alright boys, we are pretty warmed up on deadlifts now. That was the first working set. Now we've got our actual top set. This is going to be the heaviest double I've ever attempted. Hopefully I do get it, because obviously we're only on week 2. So we're going to try and smash it out the park. And it's pretty busy in the gym now, so pretty chaotic, but we're going to get this done. And then we've got a few back down, so yeah. Alright boys, we managed it. Pretty smooth to be fair. I was not expecting it to be quite that easy. I'm not very good with reps on deadlifts, as you can probably tell by the second one, but we're moving down to 177.5 by 4. Got 2 sets of this, I'll record 1. I've done this for every single exercise. I probably should have said earlier, we did 2 back downs by 5 on squat and 2 back downs by 5 on bench. Now we've got 2 back downs of 4, so we should record 1. And then we are pretty much done, just a few accessories, and then we can go home. So yeah, pretty good session. So yeah, we'll crack on. Alright boys, now that was an eventful session. Everything felt really good. Squat, bench and deadlift, very happy with my deadlifts. The only thing that really annoyed me was this flipping squats. Like, I have no issue with people working out in the gym like around me at all whatsoever, yeah. But there's 8 squat racks in that gym, and this person kept on, didn't keep on. Two people in the whole entire time I was squatting came and worked out in the squat rack right in front of me when every other squat rack was free. Like, I don't know if it's like some thing that people don't really realize, but squatting facing people is one of the worst things ever. And especially when they just, in between their sets, they just stand there in the center. So even if you go while they're resting, you're just staring into their soul. And like, they're looking at you as if like, why are you looking at me? Like, you've decided to work out in front of me. And then the second person who came along and decided to work out in front of me was even worse. Like, every single time I went to do a set, like I walked up to the bar, unracked it, they would then go and start their set. Like, no matter how long I waited, no matter how long I rested, I don't know if they were intentionally doing it or whether they were just using my resting period as their resting period, but man, they were doing some weird exercises as well. Like, not taking people's exercises, but like, you know, when you look at an exercise and you're a bit like, that's a bit comedic in a sense, like not taking the mick out of them, but like, you're a bit like, what are they doing? That's what they were doing, and it was so off-putting. Like, I went to attempt 187.5 4 times. I unracked it every single time, stood up, stood back, and then they started, and I was like, I can't physically keep my brace watching them, because it was just something special. And then I also ended up giving some tips out to some other people there. There was some people deadlifting. They were quite strong at deadlifting, just with their backs, no legs at all whatsoever, which was one of those things where I was watching, I was a bit like, that's gonna hurt. And I spoke to them and they did say their backs hurt, so I then tried to teach them some better form, and we got somewhere with it. It's just quite hard to get your form out of your head and start doing other form. It's very hard to unlearn what you know. So yeah, but hopefully they go on and they continue to get better, because you don't want people with back pain. That's not a very good thing. But session was good. Feel pretty nice, feel pretty warm now. It was freezing. Like, it was 6 degrees outside centigrade. I know Celsius. Or centigrade, anyway, it was 6 degrees Celsius outside, but the gym's door's broken, so it's just open, and it was freezing now. Like, my hands were like so cold at the beginning, but we got it all done and we're pretty happy, pretty good with it. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and if this video gets like, say, 20 likes, I will do a full video, an extra video, because I upload every Saturday anyway. I'll do an extra video at some point showing you how to bench, because I'm pretty good at benching. So we will do a video if this gets 20 likes. But yeah, I'll see you boys next time. Peace.